Hey all, Avros here, back with the next Lufenia Plus fight. This one is a bit late getting out, but it is for Kadaj's Lost Chapter. This fight is against the two Orothkamila bosses and has a kind of annoying set of requirements for the Lufenia orb. So the orb spawns in at 79% HP with a 10 count, and persists for the rest of the fight, being increased by 6 for an attack from a debuff effect activating before the enemy's turn. So this is triggered by exactly 2 characters in the entire game, which is Maria's LD debuff, and the linked attacks from Core from his covered target being attacked, or Core himself being attacked. The other increase is a little easier, but it is from an attack from a debuff or effect ticking down, so decreasing its total count by 1, which will add 2 to the count, and a short list of abilities for this effect is Ace, Garnet, Trey, or Vivi's effects, as well as any trap character such as Exdeath or the Emperor. Keep in mind they do remove all debuffs at 50% HP left, and do so individually as each boss hits 50% HP or below. So with these two out of the way, the other thing to be aware of is the fact that they can't be delayed other than via breaking the bosses, and their recast ability, as it is one of 3 different attacks they can use depending on certain circumstances. The first is Evil Eye, which recovers them from break and does a Bravery plus HP attack on a single target and is a guaranteed hit. Evil Eye Plus will be used if their Bravery is above 100% of their initial Bravery, and will do the same as Evil Eye but will petrify the target for 2 turns after the attack hits. And lastly, if someone in your party is petrified when they recast, they will use Eruption, an attack that recovers from break and does a much more powerful Bravery plus HP attack that is also a guaranteed hit. So the strategy for this fight is kind of straightforward. Ignore the orb as much as possible until sort of around that 50% midway through the fight to get a bit of an increase on it, and then the cleanse happens and race the bosses to the finish of the fight. The way to do this is of course abusing the power of Rain's airlines yet again. The Ace calls are mandatory in this fight for his LD call, as it is used to increase the orb before the 50% cleanse. And the basic idea for this fight is, firstly, step 1, use Faris's S2 call on the first turn, and then use Sid's LD to put Bartz next in rotation. Step 2, Bartz goes into his BT phase and does the usual early BT rotation. Step 3, Aphmau uses her LD on Sid, as her turn should be next. Step 4, Sid uses his S2 onto Bartz. Step 5, Bartz uses his AA, and then Cait's LD call and his LD to fully stack his burst aura effect. Step 6, use the usual Aphmau Sid rotation shenanigans until the boss is around 70 to 65% HP on both bosses. Step 7, use Ace's LD call from Aphmau to get the orb back up before the 50% HP cleanse removes the debuffs. Step 8, after the cleanse, use Faris's LD call with Sid. Step 9, switch out Aphmau for Friend Rains and use your Pandemonium summon. Step 10, time for the Rains dance, so Rains and Rains will just keep switching between each other doing the launch. And step 11, the quest is basically now over. If you don't kill them under the summon, it's only a few turns outside of summon, the orb won't be any much of an issue because during summon it doesn't decrease, and you can just get a few more launches with both Rains and Rains until this quest is just done, and there's not really much more to say. So thanks for watching. If you'd like any further assistance with this fight, please ask in the comments down below, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Hikario, 切り開いてみせよう。助け合いだ。そこだ。頼りにしてるから任せておけな。魂よ、力となれ。やるだって。助け合いだ。そこだ。まだまだ。やっちゃえ。縁も竹縄だな。面白くなってきたぞ。あーしま
助け合いだ。
さあ行こう。不物では終わらない。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。
この手ならどうだ。頼りにしてるから任せておけな。
光よ、切り開いてみせよう。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。
頼りにしてるから任せておけな。
魂よ、力となれ。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。
まだまだやっちゃえ。縁も竹縄だな。面白くなってきたな。あーしまい。助け合いだ。
待っていたよ。さあ行こう。不物では終わらない。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。
頼りにしてるから任せておけな。
光よ、切り開いてみせよう。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。
頼りにしてるから任せておけな。
痛いじゃ済まないぜ。よっ甘く見るなよ。
さあ行こう。すべての力を持って呪縛を断つ。
なるだって助け合いだ。
そこだ。健闘を祈ろう。さあ行こう。すべての力を持って呪縛を断つ。待っていたよ。
助け合いだ。
そこだ。さあ行こう。不物では終わらない。待っていたよ。
助け合いだ。
そこだ。 さあ行こう。全ての力を持って呪縛を断つ。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。不屈では終わらない。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。全ての力を持って呪縛を断つ。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。魂よ力となれ。助け合いだ。待っていたよ。そこだ。冒険はまだ終わらない。やろうぜ。ごめんな。この勝負もらった。光よ切り開いてみせよう。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。全ての力を持って呪縛を断つ。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。不屈では終わらない。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。不屈では終わらない。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。さあ行こう。全ての力を持って呪縛を断つ。待っていたよ。助け合いだ。そこだ。
ありがとう。頼もしいわ。まだまだやっちゃえ。縁も竹縄だな。面白くなってきたぞ。しまい。
助け合いだ。待っていたよ。
マウにはみんな